Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, your time. Welcome to News in Details TV. Welcome our new members to the old ones. We love you guys. So supporting us by the Lord, supporting everything. You lay your hands amen to the News in Details, guys. Do us a favor if you haven't, see that red button that says subscribe, the bell that says all the SS. We get to know when we upload new video. Guys, it has happened. Breaking. I told Obi 3 times that Obidient will cost him election. Wole Soyinka. Professor Wole Soyinka said he warned the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, on excesses of his supporters, known as Obidient. Soyinka said this in the statement titled Media Responsibility on Tuesday, April 4th. Soyinka explained that he was misinterpreted in the reportage of a channel television interview he granted recently regarding rendering his remarks completely unrecognizable. Soyinka said, "What I have read, at least thus far this morning, extracted from a 1.5 long interview conducted a week ago with channel television, brings once more to the fore the critical responsibility of the media in transmitting the spoken, even recorded words to the public. This is especially crucial in the time of civic uncertainty, when remarks are taken out of context into a new one. Provided a sensational headline, distortion becomes stamped on public receptivity and the central intent of one's remark becomes completely unrecognizable. I denounce the menacing utterances of a vice presidential aspirant as unbecoming. It was a gubernatorial challenge directed at the judiciary and, by implication, the rest of the democratic polite. But what on earth has happened to my even more urgent condemnation of the physical violence inflicted on those designated strangers in Lagos in the land up to and during governorship elections? This prejudicial selectivity is a betrayal of trust, and I find it uncontemptuous of public deserving. My critique of anticipatory fascism in the movement remains grounded in the indisputable evidence, Soyinka said. The noble stated that throughout the interview, he continued to stress that the final words had yet to be pronounced on the elections, that omissions renders the full message trendatious. He continued, "My rejection of fascism is nothing new. On 3 occasions, I was able to send a message to Peter Obi that if he lost the election, it would be his followers who lost it for him. It was the person to watch him, a crucial positioned voice of a movement that has broken the mold." Guys, these were the words of Wole Soyinka. Now, let us quickly take some comments from some Nigerians. Just like he said, Obedience might cost Obi the election, may here are already attacking Wole Soyinka. Anyways, the grammar too big for most people where they already emotional about logical issues. Bottom line, Wole Soyinka is on the side of the truth, Obi, and what is right. Point of correction, we didn't lose the election. They rigged it. Obedience did not err by massively supporting their leader. The only mistake we made was being in a country called Nigeria. Somebody says, too much for them. They find it very difficult to respect other people for their own choices. They disrespect, bully, and insult people of opposite political party. Another person says, I listened to that interview live. He didn't respond to some of the questions asked by Dr. Abita and Ayo. In fact, he was pretending not to hear them clearly. But I like the fact that he said he told Tinubu and Atiku to retire in politics, because they are old. Young people want fresh blood and fresh brains. That one alone with me. Even in their old age, they are still filled with manipulations and double standard. He's a double standard man. Somebody says, supporters are in it again. Oga Bata of bully and insult are now accusing Obidient. But was it because of that they carried our mandate and dashed Tinubu? Oga Yinka, abeg shift, fear God. Somebody says, I thought this man had sense. So with all what happened before, during, and even after the election, the only thing he could say is to blame Obidient. Anyone that will not stand for the truth, fearless, Fairness and justice is this in this country will collect, even if Obi begin misbehave tomorrow, he will still collect wato. Somebody says. Please, sir, who did you support? If you are on the fence, don't talk about politics. Finally, Obedients are made up of different class of people, including mad people, because they no longer see food in the dustbin to eat. So you don't expect all Obedient to be reasoning like you, right? Somebody says, truth and nothing but the truth. Arrogant talks anyhow. Unlike PO, insult and abuse other people for their choices was never going to be easy. Another person says, Olga, we did all we know that was the best. Unlike the man that said, if you do not get it, grab it, take it and run. The rigged election, take it or leave it. Somebody says, Wole Soyinka has been a straightforward man. You see the way he sounded so empty. Is he in support of that kind of election that was conducted by INEC? What does it take people to just say the truth? Mankind is wicked. You are an old man. I beg, shift, somebody says. Sir Obidient gave him the votes he got. If you don't know what to say, shift, somebody said. Please, anybody that did not participate in 25th presidential election should stay away from talking about the election. An elder that left his country most crucial time after giving us one ancestor. I beg, shift. They go accuse you of being tribal when you know talk in their favor. That is just it. Is some Obidient that was restricting voters violently in Lagos and it didn't cost Tinubu his rigging? Anyways, nobody shifts. Nobody shifts. We are watching. Imagine what if the Obidient had entered the street to protest, Uncle. We shouldn't speak to Abi. Olga, you know the truth. Just say the truth and let the truth set you free. Okay, guys, you heard what Wole Soyinka said, that he warned Obi 3 times that Obidient will cost him the vote because they did everything in SS. But let me ask this question. Obidient is one movement that is well conducted. They woke up because they don't like what is happening, and they are made up of different tribe, ethnicity, and different people coming together in one ideology to go for what they believe in. They needed a president that will stand and speak for the people. They are tired of the lives they are living. So how did they cause this man this election? They only came out with their heart and their soul. We never saw them destroying anything or, disrupting the election. No, they did not. Instead, they made sure that results were uploaded and all that. But we know what happened. Baba said, if you can't get it, take it and run away. Well, guys, let me know your opinion. I'll see you again. Bye-bye, guys.